All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruach. I want to give double honors to our apostles and elder bishops at Great Millstone, and peace and blessings. Shalom to the Most High's hopeful elect across the four winds of the earth. This is the brother Yagadal Lama One from GMS Houston, back on another level. Lesson, Salaki. Hey, Lord willing, it is a level up every lesson. All right. But yeah, just want to do a response, okay, to the lesson you see on the screen, all right, from Elder Apostle Gabar, which was a response to Elder Apostle Tahar's video, all right, Proof Demons Spoke Hebrew, all right, and he entitled his lesson, Elder Apostle Gabar, Discussion of the Evil Spirits. They know who the elect men are in these times. Okay, so when I was, I think I maybe have got about 40 minutes into the lesson, and I just was start thinking about different examples of left-hand spirits, or the Most High using the left hand to do certain things pertaining to His will. Okay, all right, but the apostle was going into how we have to be aware, all right, of these evil spirits, all right, because they know who the elect are, man. Okay, all right, and while I was stacking scriptures and meditating, I put on this Mobizen app, the screen recorder app, and just let it run because I wanted to do a little test because it kept cutting off while I was trying to go into some information on the Charagma, and it went in the whole time as it usually does. And that's just to show that they're keeping close tabs on us. All right, they're watching and listening to everything that we're doing. All right, because we're in a spiritual warfare right now. Okay, I'm going to play just a couple beginning of this video. All right, and then I'm going to get into the scriptures, man, to show examples of demons, all right, or intelligent spirits, man, because that's what the Greek for demon goes into, intelligence, okay, which you look at the operations of the things that happen on the left-hand side, it has to be a high-level entity or intelligent spirit, all right, that's doing the bidding for the Most High under Satan, okay, on the left-hand side, all right? So, Lord willing, this be edifying.
Video. Hopefully you find this one edifying as well as exhorting. Let me start by saying all praises and glories due to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruach. Shalom to the Lord's elect, the brothers and sisters of the household of faith. Okay, so I was watching this video here. Pretty much I watched the whole thing. Of course, you know who is put up by Elder Apostle. That's his channel there. Don't even know that. All right, the word demon is from the Greek meaning intelligence. So you can have righteous intelligence and you can have wicked intelligence. Okay, and the Heavenly Father create both and He controls both. Okay, and there's plenty of scriptures that backs that up. It says the demons spoke Hebrew / the PC or personal computer is controlled by spirits. And yeah, well, one thing that comes to mind is what? The Urim and the Thummim. That's the computer right there. The Urim and the Thummim.
Yeah, I'm going to stop it right there. I just wanted to get that part where it spoke on, you have righteous spirits and you have wicked spirits, all right? All controlled by the Heavenly Father. All right, so let's get into this word, man. In fact, I'm going to get this first. I'm going to read it in the KJV and then in NLT. This is Psalm 82 and 1. It says, a psalm of Asaph, Yahweh standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judges among the gods. Okay, so I'm going to get this in the NLT. It says, Yahweh presides over heaven's court. He pronounces judgment on the heavenly beings. Okay, so the Most High is in control of all the spirits on the left and right hand side. Okay. All right, so if he say he presides over the heavens court, that's where all the spirits are at in the heavens, man. Ain't no hell. All right, there's no hell. There's no Satan is not down there with legions upon legions of demons, and he's orchestrating and dictating them to go run throughout the earth and cause chaos. No, the chaos is being done on the left-hand side. All right, is being done by Satan by permission of the Heavenly Father. Okay. All right. So the Most High presides over everything, man. Okay. But I want to get a couple definitions before I get into some scriptures, man. I was just looking into the definitions. All right. This is I just typed in this demon mean intelligence. It says demon comes from daemon. It says which means intelligence or individual destiny. Okay, which is not individual destiny, it's the destiny of the Heavenly Father that get carries out. Okay, but the more important I want to get was it means intelligence to back up, all right, proof what Apostle Gabar has stated. Okay, and I'm gonna get because it said it derives from daemon or daemon. All right, let's get that definition. Okay. It says, this is definitions for daemon. It says, in ancient Greek religion and mythology, a daemon referred to as a lesser deity, guiding spirit. Okay, and that's why I wanted to get this definition because it said a guiding spirit. Okay, and that's what these demons do on the left-hand side. They guide your mind. Okay, they get into your head and sway your decision making. Okay. All right, or they can get physical with you, man. All right, we have examples in the scriptures, of spirits that came and jacked men up, man. All right. All right. Let's hit this Job first. All right, this is Job, because remember in Psalm 82, it said what? That the Most High resides over the heaven's court. Okay, so this is Job. And I'm reading this in the NLT. All right. Yeah, kind of NLT. This is Job 1 and starting at verse 6. It says, one day the members of the heavenly court came to present themselves before the Lord, and the accuser, Satan, came with them. So, hey, Satan was present. Okay, when the Most High called, all right, everybody in the heavenly court, all right, to present themselves. Satan presented himself as well, showing what he was in order under the Most High, and he is in order under the Most High. Okay, it says, where have you come from? The Lord asked Satan. Satan answered, the Lord, I have been patrolling the earth, watching everything that's going on. Then the Lord asked Satan, how have you noticed my servant Job? He is the finest man in all the earth. He is blameless, a man of complete integrity. He fears the Most High power and stays away from evil. So the Most High was letting Satan know, hey, while you was watching everything, did you consider my servant Job? Okay. And this was Satan's reply. It says, Satan replied to the Lord, yes, but Job has good reason to fear Yahweh. So Satan, he's on the left. He's sitting on the left-hand side of the Heavenly Father, man. All right. And what did he state? All right. He didn't. Do this sound like an entity, a power that was going to rebel? No, he said Job got good reason to fear you. All right. He was in order and is on order under the Most High. For you Christians, how about that? Satan is in perfect order under the Most High power. All right. It says, you have always put a wall of protection around him and his home and his property. And just real quick, going into the account of Job, are the things that the hell that came upon Job was representation of what the whole nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans we're going to have to face as a nation of people. Okay. All right. So right here is letting you know Satan said Job had a good reason to fear the Most High. So the whole way, we should all have a good reason to fear the Most High. Okay, but it's going to go specifically why. All right, it says you have always put a wall of protection around him and his home and his property. You have made him prosper in everything he does. Look how rich he is, but reach out and take away everything he has, and he will surely curse you to your face. All right. And this is, it says, all right, you may test him, the Lord said to Satan. So Satan had to get permission from the Heavenly Father. He didn't do everything on his will. The Most High gave him permission to go test Job. Okay. And he told him this, Do whatever you want with everything he possesses, but don't harm him physically. So Satan left the Lord's presence. Okay, so this is an example of the Most High, all right, operating on the left-hand side. He set Satan up to go test Job, all right, his faithful servant. And I'm going to stop right there. That's just wanted to get that to show that, hey, Satan is operating in order under the Heavenly Father. Always have and always will. Okay. This is 1 Kings chapter 22 and 21. All right. In the KJV, it says, and there came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I will persuade him. Matter of fact, let me jump up a few verses. Get the gist of what's going on. All right, it's 1 Kings chapter 22, and I'm going to start verse 19. It says, and he said, hear thou therefore the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne, and all the host of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left. So, all right, so you have spirits on the right and on the left-hand side of the Heavenly Father, all right, in the vision that he had seen, okay, the Most High sitting in the heavens. All right, it says, and the Lord said, who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. Okay, so he presented this to the left and right-hand side, okay? Who was going to basically go tell him, well, I'll finish reading. It says, verse 21, and there came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I will persuade him. All right, so going back into what I said earlier, man, these left-hand spirits are to do what? All right, to persuade or influence your decision making. Okay, it says, and the Lord said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so. So this shows you the intelligence of demons. All right. He was set to do what? To be a lion spirit in the mouth of Ahab's prophets. So they would, because the what the kings do in ancient days, before they went out to battle, they would go to the prophets, showing the importance of the prophets. All right. To see, hey, is the Lord going to deliver, all right, my enemies into my hand? So that spirit was set, all right, to go be a lying spirit in the mouth of the prophets to persuade Ahab to go to war, knowing he wasn't going to prevail. Okay. It says, now therefore, behold, the Lord had put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and the Lord had spoken evil concerning thee. Okay, so just giving you an example. All right, just giving you another example. All right, how the Most High, all right, deals on the left-hand side, man. All right, he wasn't with Ahab or his prophets. Okay, so you can have the Most High. He's going to have, all right, lying spirits put in the tongues of false prophets, and then he's going to put, all right, the truth in the mouth of the true prophets, man. Okay, so let's get the ultimate example, all right, of the Most High allowing Satan, all right, to do his bidding. Okay, which was what? When he tested Yahushua. Okay, this is, I'm going to read this in NLT as well. All right, this is Matthew chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, then Yahushua was led by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. For 40 days and 40 nights he fasted and became very hungry. During that time, the devil came and said unto him, if thou be the Son of Yahweh, tell these stones to become loaves of bread. But Yahushua told him, no, the scriptures say, people do not live by bread alone, but by every word that cometh from the mouth of Yahweh, the Most High Power. It says, then the devil took him to the holy city, Jerusalem, to the highest point of the temple, and said, if you are the Son of Yahweh, jump off, for the scriptures say he will order his angels to protect him, and they will hold you up with your hands, so you won't even hurt your foot on a stone. Yahushua responded. The scriptures also say, you must not test the Lord your power. Now, what is this an example of? All right, now touching on Apostle Tahar's video about these spirits knowing who's who, with Apostle Gabar, Salakia, these spirits knowing who's who. All right, who's the prophets, man? Okay, what was Yahushua doing when he was tested by Satan? All right, he was cutting them with the scriptures. Okay, and this is what we're supposed to do. When we have the attack by these left-hand spirits, all right, we have to rely on the scriptures, the knowledge, wisdom, understanding we've been given. All right, as our protection, our defense, our offense. Okay, everything, man, and not relying on ourselves or trying to figure out some other way to escape these demonic forces, man. Okay. It says next, the devil took him to the peak of a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their glory, and I will their glory. I will give it all to you, he said, if you will kneel down and worship me. And this is what a lot of you niggas in Israel, you leaders, all right, you failed to this test. All right, you've kneeled down and worship, all right, this damn devil Esau, okay, for whatever promises or things that he was going to give you, man, okay, for that bag, okay, but you're going to be like Judas, man, all right, you're going to sell out Yahushua, all right, for the bag, and then you're going to realize, man, you fucked up, but it's too late, okay? And the Most High might not give a lot of you niggas the mercy of offing yourself, man. Okay? It says, get out of here, Satan, Yahushua told him. For the scriptures say you must worship the Lord, your power, and serve him only. Then the devil went away and angels came and took care of Yahushua. So when we use the power of this word against these left-hand spirits, which is this test from the Most High, all right, that's when the Most High has the angels in ministry to what? Give you that increase. Okay, so I'm going to end it right there. I wanted to go into a few examples of the Most High operating on the left-hand side using Satan, all right, and demonic and demons, all right, wicked spirits, man, okay, for his will to be brought forth. Okay, so that's it for this lesson. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua willing, it was edifying. All right, once again, giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Chakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elder bishops at Great Millstone who continue to rule well and guide us to the Spirit. And their elder high priests who taught them as well. And peace and blessing, shalom to the Most High's hopeful elect. Keep fighting, keep pushing.